at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
You know, they completely dominated the pace at which this was played. They scored at will, and it was on the road, even more impressive.
Veteran leadership on these two teams. A lot of guys who have seen a lot of baskets. Doris, they bring a wealth of experience in so many ways.
And Kevin, as a coach, what's more comforting than
New York trailing. Al Fournier, he's coming off a 16-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. Here's Fresh. There are many heartbreaking stories in the NBA, but Prez's is right up there. Lost his father, former police officer, in a car accident at age 14. Just a tragedy to befall Prez and his family.
And it's why he's so close to his mom now. But Prez loved his dad, and a lot of how he plays and acts is in honor of his memory. I know if his father were alive today, he'd be bursting with pride in how his son has grown into a man.
Well, you go around the league and talk to players, and a lot of them are in close touch with Prez. Surprising to see such a well-connected young player.
And it began with his time, I believe, playing for USA. And he's kept those relationships intact during his NBA career. Prez knows the value of reaching out to others and really just picking their brain.
Walker's shot is off.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
You're always surprised when he misses that kind of look, whether the defense is on him or not.
Some nice passing by New York here. 11 feet away. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Fresh. He's coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland. Clock at 6. Another miss by Houston. The Knicks leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Gibson. It's blocked. Makes it off the glass. He has 7.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Walker with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Fresh, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Let's go.
It's a tie ball game.
This guy is such an offensive talent. The points will always be there for him. That much we know.
And here's Walker. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Pass to Gibson. The dish now to Burks. Offline with his 3. The Rockets shooting 33% here in the first quarter. And here's Young from the arc. The Knicks pull it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Fresh. Prez finishing off the play with the dunk. He won't miss many of those.
And you can just see him psyching himself up after a play like that. Nice slam by Prez.
Outside, Walker. And that one is off. So Houston will take it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
The feed to Gibson. Here's Fresh. Down low. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the media capital of the world, New York City, or at least considered by many to be that. So the expectations and the intensity of scrutiny on the Knicks is always high. It puts a lot of pressure on this organization to field a winner.
And Doris, it's not as easy in today's NBA for the big market teams like the Knicks to exploit that advantage.
Right, Kevin, because a harsher luxury tax reins in spending. And with the internet and global audience, players are willing to go to smaller markets. The Knicks having to compete now on a more level playing field.
Just 2 to shoot. Burks can't get it to go.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Fresh, guarded by Walker. Here's Fresh, off target with his 3. Knicks trailed by 5. 36 seconds left to play in the first, and it goes down 2 points. Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. To the paint. The rebound by Gibson.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Going straight for the highlight play would have been a beauty, too.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night. First one falls for. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. He has 7.
How's that for a delicate touch? Perfect release on the floater.
Rose kicks to Robinson. He dishes it to Randall. Now here's Fournier. Defense right on him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Doris, defense is something that can define how good a team is. What are the aspects of a lockdown defender in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it starts with mindset, Kevin. I think certainly you have to be committed to the scout that your head coach has given you. There has to be a certain amount of physical attributes. Yeah, we associate long, rangy, quick-footed, quick-minded, really sharp-thinking guys with it. And obviously, you got to be able to contain the ball. Can you contain and can you contest? Sometimes, to me, it's all about the effort. Are you working hard enough?
You took the word right out of my mind. It seems like effort. When coaches talk about defense, effort is always close behind.
Yeah, and the other thing is, okay, so you, as you know, in the NBA, these players are so good that your effort can be top shelf. You can be giving it all out, putting everything on the line. You also have to have a short memory in the NBA because guys like Kevin Durant, they can put 30 on you. You can be guarding, contesting, doing everything you want, and they're going to score.
Is effort a skill? Is hustle a skill?
I believe it is. I believe both of those things are things that organizations should value when they're evaluating guys. What are my work habits? You know how important that is.
Kicks it to Young for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Rose. Fires, high post. Good on the jump shot. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Houston moving the ball around. Shot off the screen. And no good. The Knicks go the other way with it.
If he were shooting even a little better, they would have a much bigger lead.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Fournier. How he did last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Here's Fresh. He's covered by Rose. Fresh. And the 3-ball is good. Fresh has got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, he didn't get much separation, nor did he need it. He buries the 3.
Now here's Rose. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Fresh. He's covered by Rose. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here's Fresh. He's got 7. Martinez outside. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 4. Fournier passes to Rose. Now the pass to Randall. There's a screen by Robinson. Randall dishes to Fournier. Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Houston. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Here's Fresh. Here's the screen. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
I think you'd like to see a little more determination defensively to fight through that and contest a bit.
Houston leading by 6. Passes it to Young. Here's Fresh. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 12.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Rose kicks to Randall. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read. And the one thing about Rose is that, he can still get up for the big matchups. Whenever he faces another great point guard, he seems to play at his best level and loves to push himself and is willing to step up to the challenge. Let's just hope that he can eventually get back to that all-star caliber presence he had just a few years ago.
Knicks trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Picked by Randall. Outside Rose. And Rose throws it down hard.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, has become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A. Thanks. Here's Fresh. 11 points in the game. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fournier passes to Randall. Now Fournier. Pass to Rose. Stolen by Martinez. They set the pick to the middle. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 14 points for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
New York calls timeout. Well, from a broadcasting perspective, Doris, just how global has the game of basketball grown with advances in the accessibility of the games being played?
You know what I marvel at is how the next generation consumes sports content. Live sports are still what the viewer wants, but you'll see so many people watching on mobile devices, right? Small tablets, phones. It's incredible to me how different our business is, Kevin. News is now not broken in a newspaper story. News is broken on social media.
Don't you think, Doris, it's promoted that way too, because owners in this league that are very in tune with the tech side of the business?
Many of them are businessmen and have succeeded because they've been visionaries in their field, and certainly they want to know, how is our content getting to that next generation?
Good point. .137 left to play in the first half. Here's Walker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Houston moving the ball around. Bobbed up there for Green.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
1:11 left to play here in the half. Walker with it. Shot from 16. Hits the front of the rim and out. Rockets leading by 10. Here's Fresh. 14 points for him. Gordon a screen. Young outside. This one for 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Horace and a missed layup.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Gordon the pass to Fresh. Young a screen on Walker. Here's Fresh. It'll count. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets on top, up by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They get way too many easy baskets. That's us communication on front and the post, and, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
All right, gentlemen, hustle up. That was a great first half. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. New York ends up going with the new group. Rockets leading by 15. From 12 feet out. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
New York.
Fresh has got 16.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
They've been the story all too often for them today. Too disorganized, not playing cohesive basketball at all.
And for the Rockets, Fresh is in at the point. Marjanovic is out there with Young. And there's Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there. 6 points for Walker. Well, around the league, former coach of the year Tom Thibodeau is known as one of the best minds in the game when it comes to defense. He helped get that Boston defense up to snuff when it won the 2008 title and led the way for the Bulls in their success.
Well, Kevin, look no further than the Celtics teams and Bulls teams under his tenure. They were the best defenses in the game. And Coach Thibodeau holds everyone responsible for their part in the defense. He also knows that rebounding is crucial to what you're trying to do on that end. He just didn't have enough strength to complete that shot.
Knicks trail by 15. Inside, here's Burks. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rockets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Fresh. He's got 16. Young left side. There's the triple. No good that time. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Burks. Misses off the right iron. Rockets leading by 13. Here's Fresh. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
That one's for you,
18
mama.
points for him.
That one's for
And
you.
after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he really carried the momentum from the last game right to this one. He is rolling.
And here's Walker outside. He doesn't hit that one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Pass to Fresh. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Fresh has got 6 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Gibson the screen. Works for 3. Gibson tipped back in for 2. Gibson's got his second bucket.
Say, he fought hard for that tip in. He doesn't take anything for granted. He's going to crash the boards on every single shot.
Here's Fresh. The three-pointer, no good.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Outside, Walker gives in the screen. Dishes to Burks. Horace defended by Young. 4 on the shot clock. Horace good on the triple.
Big start. 65-77.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of 87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy it.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
There he is, Mr. Present Self. How you doing, man?
Good to see you, man.
You too. Let's go, guys. Ooh, yeah.
Whew. We have landed. Man, Air Force One coming in for a landing? Let's go. Wasn't even close. Them boys ain't stand a chance. What was you playing? Like
Tower,
a wheelchair
this is Press
league?
coming in for landing. Tower, over. 6999. F